Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Listen, I need to get the likes up on this one. Okay, you guys already know. And check your notification bell. This is Stock Up with Larry Jones. Come join the family by hitting that like, subscribe, and that notification bell in your lower right-hand corner. Make sure that notification bell is checked. That's all I can say, good people. When you try to do good, evil is always around you. Okay, but we keep going, right? Let's go right into it. Today's video is brought to you by Stock Up You. We'll talk about that later. Let's get right into it. I want to talk about the overall stock market, and I want to talk about crypto, right? Overall crypto market, Bitcoin in particular. When Bitcoin moves, the whole market moves, right? If Bitcoin comes down by 30%, everything in crypto is coming down, right? If Bitcoin falls by 10%, everything in crypto is coming down. All right. So let's be clear on that. Let's start with the stock market. I'm just going to try to make this one straight to the point. Okay. So here's one of the things we want to look at on the stock market. Of course, let's look at the S&P, the overall stock market. You know, the top 500 companies. For those of you that are newbies, we have a lot of new people here. We want to bring them along. The S&P 500 is the top 500-ish companies, okay? Some of 500 of the top companies, okay? So here we go, S&P 500, Standard & Poor's, okay? So if we can see right now, let's just go year to date. If you look year to date, you could see that we are up about 9%. You see here, 9.37% year to date. But if we look over the last year, we're actually up 25% in the last 12 months, which is humongous, good people. I mean, with all of the fear mongering going on about the stock market month after month, week after week, you could have been making a lot of money. So be careful. This is my rule of thumb. Whenever you hear a lot of negativity, look for something positive. Whenever you hear something positive, look for something negative on particular plays or the overall stock market. Meaning, don't be overly bearish, don't be overly bullish. If you're overly bullish, you might set yourself up for a bull trap. If you're overly bearish, you're going to lose and leave a lot of money on the table. Okay, so that's what I got to say about the stock market. All right, let's look at something else and let's just keep this going down the road. I want you to listen to this.
What do you know about inflation that the market doesn't seem to understand right now? You don't think we need to be as hawkish as we are?
Yes. A lot of it has to do with why CPI has remained stubbornly high. Powell talked about it, that there's this residual lag associated with housing. So even though home prices are stabilizing and rents are actually getting back to sort of traditional rates of growth, it's still reported in CPI at close to 6%. And then the second piece is auto insurance, is what Powell calls non-housing services. Auto insurance is rising at 21%. Now, a lot of that's because auto insurance rates are actually jumping, but that's not going to keep going 20% forever. Once that starts to normalize, then you can think about what median inflation is, which is running at 1.8%. So I think inflation's going to sort of cool pretty dramatically. I don't know when, but it'll be sometime in the second half of this year.
So you heard Tom Lee, and we all know that Tom Lee is a permabull, meaning he's extremely bullish all of the time. I mean, this guy sees the cup half full every single time. Now, I like Tom, and he has been right on a lot of occasions. Mostly he's been right, though they're very sometimes dismissive of him, but he's been right. But I want to caution you not to just go with this, okay? And I'm going to talk about what my strategy is. So we got a couple of things that's going on, all right? You know what? Let's go right to here. I'm sorry about taking the glasses on and off, but I can only see you with the glasses off, and I can only see this with the glasses on, for those of you that want to know. All right, let's look at this. Look, as a general rule of thumb, when the Fed, look at that, when the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, what happens? It causes the stock market to go up. So here's what happens, okay? So let's read this again. As a general rule of thumb, when the Federal Reserve cut interest rates, it causes the stock market to go up. When the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, it causes the stock market to go down. Now, I know you heard Josh and myself say that it will go down. And what I've been saying is that provides an opportunity that's short-lived, and then longer term, it goes up. I believe, and I've been saying here, that we truly need for an interest rate cut, and we need for the market to kind of cool off so we can go on a true bull run. Why do you say that, Larry? Can you continue to eat without taking a dump? No, you got to take a dump and then continue to eat. I'm sorry, good people. It's the only way I can think to make it plain to you guys, okay? So I want you guys to understand that Tom Lee expect interest rates to start cutting, though I believe we may have one interest rate cut at best, unless interest rates start to truly cool off in the second half of this year. Then we can go on with the interest rate cut. Now, here's what I also want to show you. I also want to show you this, okay? This is very important for you to know. Look at this. This is an election year, good people. Don't get it twisted. Stock market is not going to fall before an election. I doubt it. But there's a saying, sell in May and go away. Well, we're in May, and I didn't sell, but I'm in very few plays because it's generally, historically, a risky month. So what am I saying? I'm saying that this May so far only, we're only 8 days into the month, eight or 9 days. What is this, the 8th? So we're only 8 days in. But generally, it is a bad month. So I just don't go in heavy, right? But here's what I want you to know. The stock market performs better after an election. Now, I know I said that I would be more worried this election season than previous election seasons if it goes one way. But the truth be told, based on historical data, the stock market likes it when we simply know who's going to be the president. The stock market does not like uncertainty. So you're going to see a lot of volatility. If the race gets close, you're going to see the stock market acting very irrational, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. But soon as we know, actually the stock market performs well. As a matter of fact, the more mixed Congress is, the better the stock market has performed. Take your politics out. These are facts. Let's look at this. Now, we know that red is the Republicans and blue are the Democrats, okay? This is not about politics, but we have to see what happens historically during an election year. See here, historical election outcome scenarios and stock market performance, okay? So this is the White House control, and this is Congress control, okay? And this is the outcome, okay? So when it's Democrats, 2.2%. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? But when it's red and red, meaning Republican, 2.67%, right? Okay, so what happens when it's divided? When the Republicans have the White House and the Democrats get control of Congress, it's actually your lowest performing. The market does not like that, okay? Because nothing gets passed, no bills get passed here. As a matter of fact, don't think one way with your politics. Let's let the data prove it to us. Here's how the House actually performs better to most of our surprises, most of your surprises. I've seen this. When the White House has a Democrat in control, this is not about the White House. This is what I'm showing you. Here's what I'm trying to show you. It's all about Congress, good people. Congress makes the rules, okay? He signs what they put together, okay? He or she, but it's he, right? So let's look. If the Republicans have control of Congress, very good on the stock market, 3.8%. But when it's mixed, when Congress is mixed between Democrats and Republicans, and they are forced to work together, and when they have a divided Congress, the stock market has performed the best. Look at this. Look at this. Average 3 month S&P returns during that period was 3.93%. You see that? So you can read all of that for yourself. I just want you guys to have the facts and not go off of what we feel or all of this. Please, let's hold the comments. Oh, please, people, vote for it. This is about you learning and earning. We only talk about politics as it pertains to our money. Okay? So that's what I wanted to show you. Yes, when interest rate cuts happen, there's a short period where there's a sell-off, and then, I would say a cool-off. I'm not going to say a correction, but a cool-off. Then that's the proper buying opportunity for me. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Now, does that mean that's exactly what's going to happen this time? Well, here's where I may differ from Josh. Okay, this time may be different because the interest rates are so high right now. We're going back, way back. Okay, and interest rates have we've had so many interest rates increases back to back, more than we ever have. Okay, and so this time could be a little different. All right, so it could start, the market could react positively at first word that there's going to be interest rate cuts. Even if the Fed hints that he's going to cut interest rates, the market could start reacting positively. Okay, so the data, what we've been saying, was based on the past. All right, so let's get to crypto a little bit. I'm stuttering. I'm sorry, good people. All right, key Bitcoin indicator points to a period of calm in crypto. See that? The volatility, see here, BTC's volatility risk premium, the VRP, has collapsed in signs of a market trending towards stability, right? And so remember a while back I said Bitcoin was going to trade sideways for a while, and that's pretty much what's been happening, okay? So I want you to read this also. Bitcoin price to sustain 265K level once boring consolidation ends. Boring consolidation is correct. Okay. And this is on, look at this, Cointelegram. You guys read this for yourself. The question is when? When? Okay. That's the question. So let me blow this up because this is very important. All right. I am currently DCAing. Okay. I am currently DCAing in my crypto. In my Solana, in my Ethereum, still in a little Bitcoin now. I know I said I had all I need, but just a little bit. And I'm not going to continue to DCA in Bitcoin. But while it's trading sideways, I've been actually DCAing in all coins. That means the meme coins, the altcoins, and the layer ones. Okay, so that's what I've been DCing in very, very small amounts daily. That's what I've been doing. Let me know what you've been doing. Okay, so let's look. So here we go. Bitcoin price could continue its uptrend and triple its market capitalization. So this is what this is all about. Propelling its price above 260K, according to founder and CEO of on-chain and market analyst firm CryptoQuant. Okay, this gentleman, Young Jew, he's a young Jew. That's his name, Young Jew. All right, Bitcoin network fundamentalist could support a market cap 3 times its current size compared to last year's cycle top. So this is what they're comparing it to, last year's cycle top. Okay, so this is what they're going off of. Young Jew explains in a May 8 post on Twitter, or X. Young Jew was referring to a chart comparing Bitcoin's price to the associated hash rate. Now we know that the hash rate has to do with pretty much the cost of Bitcoin being mined by the miners, okay? To market capitalization ratio, highlighting the crypto's ongoing volatility and the resilience of the Bitcoin network. The chart reveals that Bitcoin's hash rate to market cap ratios has increased significantly in 2024, which suggests a possible increase in market activity and investors' interest. Okay, so here it is ratio. Here, let me go up here. The hash rate to market cap ratio assesses the growth of mining activity relative to the market capitalization. If this ratio continues to grow, Youngju declares it could potentially sustain Bitcoin's price at 265K. All right. And then we have a chart here comparing the hash and everything. You see here the ratio. All right. Bitcoin price and the ratio. All right. And so you guys could read it for yourself. The question is when. He believes it's going to be in this. He believes, I believe it could be in this cycle. I'm going to read that a little closer. Maybe, maybe not. But all I know is I'm going to say this at the end as it pertains to Bitcoin. And I'm speaking of Bitcoin only. And I'll do more videos where we can get into altcoins and meme coins. Bitcoin in particular, at some point, you're going to have to buy some and just hold it. And I mean hold it past 4 years. I plan on doing that like I shared with you guys. Now, we know about the 4 phases of Bitcoin. We know that there's accumulation, markup, consolidation, and markdown. The best time to actually accumulate Bitcoin is what? During the accumulation. But if you've missed the accumulation and it potentially will never get back to the prior accumulation, if you look at cycle after cycle, you may have to get it during the mark up, not the consolidation or the mark down. The problem is it takes guts to buy it on the mark up, but you almost have to be Superman to get it on the mark down. It's hard to buy something when everyone else is dumping it. And so what I'm going to do is balance the two out. Now, of course, I got some Bitcoin at 25K, so I'm good. But I do want to increase the amount of Bitcoin that I have. So I'm going to be looking to buy more during the markdown phase. And I just started accumulating more now that it's trading sideways. Let me guys know when and how you are choosing to accumulate your long-term Bitcoin, okay? And if you are even thinking of holding Bitcoin long-term, I am and I will. Because if I could get Bitcoin even at 60K, knowing that it's going to be 260K, I'm good with that. It's because if when Bitcoin gets to 260K, then the discussion will be, when will Bitcoin hit $1 million? Follow? And at some point, you just have to accumulate, right? I'm going to leave it there. Guys, listen, if you really want to know how I come up with how I'm going to play this market, you need to check out Stock Up You. Someone asked, Larry, how can we, are you going to teach options? Well, I have it in this class, Stock Up You. It's there. And not only do we teach options, but I got my man Keenan Grace showing you how to do options. And what else do I have in there? I have Stocks with Josh showing you the charting. Okay. And so that's one of the things I want you guys to look at. I'm going to show you something while I got you guys. Since I've held you so long, I want to show you guys a play that I got in. And it is not for the weak, the faint of heart. It is for people that are patient. Don't make me hate that I'm showing this. So here is, here's something that I'm looking at. All right. So you guys know I'm still in this Pan W. All right. This is a Nancy Pelosi play. And from now on, no more jokes about Nancy Pelosi. She put money in my pocket. Put some spec on her name. She's standing on business. All right. I'm just joking. All right. So look, if we look at it, I got some Palantir calls. These are leap options. As you could see, The first one expires in 2025, all right, March, and the second one expires later this year in December, right? Now, the only reason I'm showing you guys that is I'm not loading up. If you load up, that's all on you. Don't come back, Larry, don't bug me with this every day. I just believe in Palantir long term, and I believe I can make a little money. And so I'm just showing you guys now, because when it does make money, if it does make money, I have my stop losses set. You set it to where you want to. When and if it does make money, I want you to decide when you're getting out, okay? And if it doesn't, I want you to have your stop loss set. All right. So I show you that, but I also show you, listen, we are over 50% off. It will be this price. We are over 50% off, but here's what I want you guys to do. If you really want to learn and earn from crypto, then I want you to take Stock Up You. This comes free, all in Stock Up You. Okay, so in today's video, Stock Up You will be the top link. I know this one is long. I will timestamp it, but I wanted to get all of this information out to you. I love you guys. Make sure you check out Stock Up You. Okay, live, love, laugh, and learn.